What up, YouTube? It's your boy Bobby Alpha Bean here with my dad. We're going over the Packers 2025-26 schedule, predicting the wins and losses. This video, of course, is brought to you by Ratchet and Clank. Full frontal arsenal, Ratchet and Clank. Jeff
It's a
Johnson
song.
edition. Very good. Very great. Very great. All right. We're going to start off here. I'm going to have to pull it up. I guess I should have had it pulled up. Here we go. We got the 2025 schedule. Do you have it pulled up on your end?
I do.
Okay. All right. So, Pops, let's just get into it here. You got the schedule
All
pulled
right.
up. I got the dates. Starting it
Green Bay
off,
Packers.
divisional rival, Detroit Lions. How are we feeling about that? September 7th.
September 7th, afternoon game in Lambeau,
Yep.
2:30. I think the weather's going to be phenomenal. I think it's the first home game we've had in the Matt LaFleur era to start week one.
Oh, okay.
So that's the upside. I think the downside is that we're not going to play any of our players in preseason, and we seem to come out flat week one just about every year. So
Yeah.
it does make me concerned. I'd much rather see the Lions week 4 or 5 when we kind of have our shit together. But oh shit, can I swear on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you? What do you got?
Yeah, I would have to agree. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be like a test right off the bat to kind of see like how ready we were in the offseason, how prepared we got our guys. Like you said, we do usually come out slow. I mean, every year in my life, it feels like we start kind of rocky and then figure it out as the season goes along. It's not going to be the same football team that starts, as the one that ends.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting test. And then obviously going right from that to 4 days later playing Thursday night football against a Commanders team, prime time, 7 o'clock game. I don't love that.
Also at home. Though.
Yeah. When was the last time we started
And it's
the
on
last
9/11.
2 games at home? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Interesting stuff there.
Never forget.
Never will.
I will say, getting back to week one, it looks like it's on CBS, so there's a good chance we'll get Romo for that game. Fun.
That's good. That's good. I enjoy some Tony Romo.
He doesn't hate us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Commanders week 2, they're looking tough. Got some new pieces. Got Deebo Samuel in the house, gonna have year 2. You know, whatever his name is, number 5.
Daniels?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels. Oh, that's good stuff.
Is he gonna take a leap? Is he gonna regress? Don't know. I know that if he's got Terry McLaurin, he's got a good shot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That guy's been consistent
upside
his
is
whole career.
Yeah. The upside is their defense is not great, and the running game doesn't scare me at all either.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Yeah.
week 3, we got the Browns on the road. Oh, you know what? Time out. We didn't make our predictions.
No, we haven't. Let's go ahead and rewind. So against the Lions, how are we feeling? I think we're gonna win that game. I think we're gonna come out. I think it's gonna be a battle, but I think we kind of set the tone week 1, and I think we're gonna win in the nail biter game.
Close one?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty close one.
No, I agree. I think I could see us winning in a fairly close game. It's if you remember this time last year, we had a lot of uncertainty at kicker. And I think that we dropped a couple of games last year because we had such a revolving door there. And now that we have a kicker I trust, I could see us winning these close games that we didn't win last year. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Packers in this one, probably 27-21 or something like that.
Okay. I think it's going to be a much lower scoring affair. I'm going to take them 20-19.
Close. Like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. And you can put a little graphic on the screen for that or something.
It'll be
if you got the skills.
Here. Yeah.
Nice.
All
right.
Yeah, week
Week 2
two.
Commanders. I've seen a lot of these prediction videos saying that we're going to lose week 2.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna actually gonna win bigger than people think. I'm looking at like 35-20.
Oh wow. I love the confidence. I love the confidence. I think that I'm gonna have to go the other way. I think that the Commanders are gonna take us there.
Okay.
I don't know. I personally think McDaniels is gonna take that leap forward. I think that he's gonna end up going to the next level. I know Stroud had a sophomore slump, but I think that he's gonna be able to do it. Well, the Cleveland Browns on week 3, I think that's a guaranteed W. I would bet my entire life savings. Um,
Yeah, barring a miracle or a catastrophic injury, I gotta think they just don't scare me whatsoever. They have 5 quarterbacks, 5 QB1s. Nick Chubb doesn't seem like he's going to be there. He's still a free agent. He could come back, but I think he's kind of soured on the team. So
yeah,
I actually predict he's going to end up playing for Dallas this year.
bold prediction.
That's in another video.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
come
not
back to
spoil
that.
it.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back. We'll come back. What do you think the score is going to be? This is on the road now. This is on the
Right.
road. It's a noon game.
Yeah, and not only that, but we just don't play that well in Cleveland. That's one of those places like Miami that we just don't ever seem to bode well in.
New York.
Yep, there's a few of them. Jacksonville, whatever reason. So I actually think it's going to be kind of a close game. I think that it's going to be like one of those things where Packer fans are like all worrying because we barely beat the Browns.
Okay, I can see it.
Give me 20. Give me 27 to 20. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna say I like your score. I'm gonna say 27-20.
He really likes my score. Okay.
What if I just did that the whole video?
That'd be fucked.
All right, week 4, Dallas Cowboys in our house. And I mean AT&T Stadium. I think we're going to lose this game because I've picked us to win the first 3, so I can't see us going 4-0. So I'm going to say 31-28 Cowboys.
Okay. I think it's going to be completely the opposite. I think that by week 4, our offense is going to be clicking. Our rookie receivers are going to have a real understanding of the scheme after some in-time game or in-game time. Fucking dyslexic ass.
Right.
So I think that our offense is going to click. I think we win that one 45-7.
Wow. Okay. Well, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right.
Yeah, I think we're going to beat the shit out of the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be very good this year.
Yeah, they're not looking to be very good.
Didn't make many moves forward.
No. They went 7-10 last year.
Yeah.
Minus 118 points on the season.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
So sorry. Okay, week 5.
A
Bye
bye
week.
already.
The first possible week that we could have one is week 5.
That's terrible. That's terrible news.
That is terrible news. And we're going to be all rested up for the Bengals. I don't even think we need it. I mean, that one's at Lambeau Field, afternoon game. Bengals, I don't know what they're doing with Trey Hendrickson. But he clearly is not happy there. And they spent all their money on offense. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do about Jordan Love and Jacobs and everybody else.
Yeah, that one's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Do you see
Last time we played the Bengals. Yeah, we're going to win that one. I think last time we played them was the one where both kickers kept missing. They went to overtime. Both kickers missed like 4 or 5 kicks because the wind was crazy. But that was in Cincinnati too. Yeah, I could see us winning this one 35-10. Book it.
You think we're gonna hold Cincinnati's offense to 10 points? Wow.
Yeah.
He really believes in our defense. I think we're also gonna score in the 30s. I'm gonna go 36 to 34. I think it's gonna be a close one because I think they're gonna score a lot of points, but I think ultimately we come out with the win. I think there's gonna be a lot of close games, honestly.
I could tell. You're saying that a lot, like 1 point, 2 point games.
Yeah, except for that Cowboys
But last
game.
year was a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big blowout.
Cardinals
Right.
in Arizona.
That's going to be a stadium full of Packer fans. At least it was last time we went there.
Yeah.
It feels like a home game in a dome. Nice weather. I could see us doing well. It's going to be another afternoon game. That was one of the things I wanted to mention about the schedule is in the beginning of the season, we barely ever play any noon games. And I feel like the Packers do best when we play those noon games. So it might be kind of rocky at first few games.
True.
But then later in the season, we go through a stretch where it's like 6 or 7 games in a row at noon. And I feel like if we can get in that rhythm, it's going to bring us together. Cardinals, what do you think?
Unfortunately, I think we dropped this one.
Okay.
In Arizona, I think that Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. are really going to take a leap forward next year. I think the Cardinals are going to be like someone to seriously be watching out for. I think we lose this one in a close one. I go maybe 28-20. Maybe 28-20.
Okay. 35-17 Pack.
Okay. He's feeling confident.
Okay, now here's where we lose one. Steelers on the road. Sunday Night Football. Get to hear Chris Collinsworth ride somebody's nuts, whoever their quarterback is. If it's Aaron Rodgers, and I have to listen to Chris Collinsworth talk about Aaron Rodgers for 3 hours, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Let him get a little taste of some of these big guys coming out and hitting them. Like, all right, you think you're going to run around our guy? How about if you get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat?
I think that we win.
Yeah.
I understand that Pittsburgh's a tough place to play in, but against whatever their quarterback situation is right now, I think we'll be all right. If they have Rodgers, my opinion might change because, he's fueled by rage and dead set on revenge. He would definitely want to win that game. And he probably knows our defense pretty well. So, but
that's the big question mark because we don't know if he's going to be there or not.
Yeah.
If he's there, it certainly changes things.
But I think we win 19-14.
Oh, nasty game.
Yeah, real
all right.
grinder. Real nasty in the trenches kind of.
All right. I'll go 20-18 then, along those lines. I like that.
Yeah. Panthers. This is probably the biggest question mark of the whole. How good are the Panthers going to be next year? I couldn't tell you at all.
We picked up Tet McMillan. Certainly an intriguing rookie. Looks like he's a matchup nightmare. If he can learn how to run some routes. He's 6'4", 200, runs 4.4. It's a good end zone threat, red zone threat. Yeah, we're gonna smash them. I'm gonna say it's in Lambeau. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy. 27-0.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that last time we played them and we beat them 33-30. It was the last time Joe Barry saw these guys. I feel like that was an embarrassment to Packer fans everywhere because they were the worst team in the league that year and they almost beat us. So I think we got something to prove. We got a shutout last year. I think we can do it again this year.
All right.
So,
November
what do
in
you got?
Lambeau against Carolina. Noon game. We do well in noon. You're not wrong. I think we win this one pretty easily. I don't think we shut them out, but I think we go 31-10. I think we go 31-10. Maybe 13.
I like it.
I'll go 31-13.
Okay. All right, here's the big one. At Lambeau, Monday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles,
Woo!
reigning champions.
Man. We want our revenge from what happened last year in Brazil. I know we want our fucking
Twice.
revenge. Yeah. And yep.
They ended our season.
Yeah, they did.
So,
Yeah, they did.
and they lost a lot of firepower, man. Their offense is pretty much unchanged, but they lost 5 or 6 starters on defense.
Yeah.
You don't just replace people like that, but that's the cost of winning a Super Bowl. You know, all your players get paid to leave. So, I like our chances in this one. I'm gonna go 29-27 Packers. It'd be interesting to see what the spread is, though.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, week to week we can discuss that.
And we'll have to see, you know, injuries and everything. But yeah, that'll definitely be coming. I don't want to just pick us to win every week, but I definitely am biased. I think that we are pretty fired up. I don't think we're going to just lose to these guys. They had a championship caliber roster last year, but like you said, they lost a lot, especially on the defensive side. And we've only gotten better on offense. So I think we kind of horse them around a little bit. What were you saying?
We lost. Who was it in that game? Who did we lose in that game? Was it Elton Jenkins went out?
One of the linemen, right? Yeah.
One of the interior linemen went out, and they completely took advantage of us up the middle. Jalen Carter was killing us, and so was the other guy, Sweat, whatever. It threw our whole plan off, which is why we went, you know, first round offensive line last year, second round offensive line this year. We got to beef it up. We need more bodies because last year we were just a house of cards. One guy went out. We were scrambling to fix it.
Absolutely.
Did not work at all. Couldn't run on them. Couldn't pass protect. It was just ugly. And then their DBs just got to sit there and, you know, watch his QB the whole time because he's got no time to throw.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think we did a lot to correct that this year. I think our defense takes a step forward. I think we're a top 5 defense this year, if healthy, just because of Edgerrin Cooper coming in, playing full time from the get go. So yeah, I got us 29-27. What do you think? What'd you say?
I think we're gonna win. I think that we're gonna. Maybe it's pretty optimistic to say we're gonna house them, but I think we're gonna do a pretty. I got. Let's go 42. Let's go 42. 28. Yeah.
I like it. I think that it'd be important at least one point in the game that one of our receivers just absolutely cooks Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
I think that would close that door for Packer fans. We'd love to see him get beat.
That would be great. That'd be a moment of closure. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Week 11, I got us losing. In New York, God, we're just so terrible. I think we're gonna put up like a gross amount of points, like 15.
9 points or something.
Yeah,
it's gonna be terrible.
Gross,
yeah.
Like 11 or something weird. Like, how did you even?
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna
19-11.
Like yeah. Is that what you got? Because I was thinking like 23-11. Yeah.
I could honestly see it. We just underperform there every time.
Yeah.
So. Yep. Hate to say it. Plus, they got some players now. Like, you know, Malik Neighbors is no joke. Tracy really turned into a good running back. They actually have a quarterback now. Russ is probably going to start the season, and he knows exactly how to manage a game. And if they can just eliminate the turnovers, they're going to be a lot better than they were last year. Let's see. They were 3-14 last year, minus 142 points. Yikes. I keep bringing these stats up, but by the way, the Packers were 11-6 plus 122 points.
That's pretty great.
So, for instance, we outscored our opponents more than the Chiefs did, more than the Vikings did, more than the Commanders did, more than the Broncos did or the Texans. The Texans last year were 10-7. They scored 372 points and they gave up 372 points.
Dead even. That's crazy. They're the
That's
Atlanta
wild.
Hawks of the NFL.
Right? Fucking Hawks. All right.
Uh,
Anywho, yeah, Vikings, I think we're going to hammer them to death. So I would never, ever pick the Vikings over us, no matter what. No matter what. They went 15-1 one year with Randy Moss and Dante Culpepper and all that, and I still would not have picked them to beat us, even though we were trash. So
okay.
42-24 Packers.
Okay. I don't know why I just see us losing this game in Lambeau. I think this is going to be the part of the season where maybe the offense starts to stall a little bit. I don't know. People start to question us. There's got to be adversity in the story. You know what I mean? Nobody just waltzes all the way through it. I think there's going to be a little bit of a slump, and then there's going to be a corrective area, and I think we're going to get hot to end the season, but I think that we're going to have some mid-season lulls. And I see us losing to the Vikings maybe on a last minute. Maybe it's J.J. McCarthy has a game-winning drive, gets them in field goal range. They hit a 51-yarder on us. As the time expires, I got it 27-25 Minnesota. Much as I hate to say it.
Then we get a rematch on Thanksgiving with the Lions.
Oh, I'm
They're
so
the
excited.
early game.
I love a good Thanksgiving game. This is going to be great.
If Jordan Love earns this turkey leg and they try to do him like that again, I say we riot.
Yeah. Storm the goddamn benches.
So I got us winning on Thanksgiving, obviously.
Okay.
I'm going to say really close, 31-30. Like crazy last second shit.
Okay. I just can't see us
What about
losing
you?
on Thanksgiving. I understand that the Lions are going to be good next year,
Yeah.
but
We'll
just
see.
don't see us losing. I think we're going to win that one. I also think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be 31-30.
We'll see how the Lions are. They've got nowhere to go but down. Remember that.
I copied your score. I got you back from earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
you piece of shit. All right.
Okay.
Too busy talking. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't even catch
All right,
that.
here's
No,
one.
It's all good.
By the way, we got the Bears twice in 3 weeks. I don't know who did the schedule, but that's super dumb.
Yeah.
So here we go. Another noon game. This is what I was talking about. If you look, we have week
4
11,
noon
12,
games in a
13,
row?
14. Yeah. I think that'll help us get in a rhythm. We've always been a good noon team.
Okay.
I think this news with Caleb Williams is devastating to the Bears and their organization. I think that Ben Johnson is arrogant, and I think he's not prepared to lose like he's going to. We'll see. He's a great coordinator, but I've seen a lot of coordinators not do well at coaching. So
What news with Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
What news?
yeah, the whole Caleb Williams thing.
What happened?
Oh, him and his dad. We're looking into just about any other option than playing for Chicago. They were looking into they were going to sue the NFL over the CBA so that he wouldn't have to go there. They talked about him going to the UFL for a year so that he would be a free agent and then signing with whoever he wants. That was the last place in the world him and his dad wanted him to go.
Wow.
And they tried to hint at that in the media before the draft, and they took him anyway. So he's talking about how there's a lot of times last year where he was getting no guidance from the coach. So he was just literally watching film by himself, trying to figure the game out and getting no help at all. I'm like, that's crazy.
That is crazy. What
For
the
that-
fuck is going on
for
in
that to
Chicago?
all- Yeah. Well, Bears are going to Bears.
They always do.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
Anyway,
see
I
us-
got us winning big here.
Yeah, same.
25-7. Let's do it.
25-7. I like it. I think that they did add a lot of weapons. I think that they're going to score, but I think that we're going to just every facet of the game, I think we're going to dominate. I think we go 37 to 27. Yep.
Okay, I like it. I think you're not giving our defense much credit, but that's okay.
I have us scoring letting up a lot of points, I guess. I've been having us 25, 28 points consistently. I guess that's not really super fair, but we'll see.
We're like 6th or 7th in scoring defense last year. So,
Yeah, 5th in total defense. We were pretty great.
Yeah. Just saying. And we only look to get better this year, so, especially if Ja comes back.
Yeah, but we'll just have to see.
That'll be another episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one I don't like at all.
Agreed.
On the road in the Broncos, December 14th, afternoon game. It's going to be one of those where it looks weird on TV. It's probably not going to air here. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like sometimes the broadcast just looks off. Like they didn't put any effort into it.
Yeah, like it's like standard or low definition or something like.
Yeah, you get like the B team commentators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Greg Olson or some shit.
You know, I think Nix is a great player. I think that if there's one person that can outcoach Matt LaFleur, it's Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So I don't like this game at all. I don't like it at all. I don't think we lose big, but I think maybe like 30-21 kind of a situation. I think we struggle a lot on the road in that Mile High. So
yeah, I would have to agree. I don't love this one. It's gonna be, altitude bullshit and everything.
Could be snowing. I mean, you know how it is in December in Colorado. So.
Yeah, it could be dealing with weather elements. I think Nix is going to take another step forward, under the coaching scheme and everything. I think they got something figured out in Denver. I see us losing this one like 34-24. Yeah.
I'm trying something. Hold on.
Okay. Take 5.
No, we're good. It's again week 16. This one's at Soldier Field to be determined. So they have not decided yet. It's one of those flex games. Could end up on Sunday Night Football. Depending on if it's an important game at that point in the season.
Yeah, they really are trying to see, like, okay, but are the Bears, where are they going to be at this point? I'm sure we're going to be pretty good, but where are the Bears going to be? If it's a game that ends up deciding playoff implications, it'll probably get flexed to 7.
Let's look again. The Bears last year were 5-12, minus 60 points scored. So not terrible. They gave up a lot of points in a few games, so that kind of skewed that. But 5-12, lost a lot of close games. Blocked kick away from them sweeping us. So I guess I shouldn't be all cocky. These aren't the Bears of the last few years. I feel like. Ben Johnson's going to have to figure it out, but they have to be better than they were last year. I don't see how they aren't.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
They made some good moves.
Yeah, they signed a lot of people. They had like 140 million in cap space or some crazy number.
Yeah.
They went out and signed some defensive linemen. They went and signed some offensive linemen. Nothing sexy, but the trenches got a lot stronger, and that's where they really needed help. Caleb Williams took the most sacks in the NFL last year.
Yeah, by a lot, actually. Yeah. He was getting beat up back there.
And he's mobile as hell. Like, he probably avoided just as many as he took.
Seriously, he was running for his life back there. I do got us beating the Bears like 23-22. I don't think it's like you said, we were one miracle play away from losing both of them. So I think it'll be close. Yeah. But I think it'll ultimately be.
I could see it's going to be a cold game. I think it's going to come down to who has a better running game, and I think that's us by a mile. So I'm going to say Packers 28, Bears 24.
Okay. All right.
Here's another one I don't like, man. I don't want to see Derrick Henry late December.
No. No, no, I don't. Even with the advantage of us being in Lambeau, I mean Baltimore, they're not very worried about that.
Yeah. 70,000 fans aren't going to help us tackle Derrick Henry. So,
No, they are not. No, they are
I
not.
mean, I guess we'll see, but they're just so hard to stop on offense, Um, Zay Flowers, Bateman, Andrews, likely. I mean, they got some pretty serious weapons, and then obviously Lamar's a huge weapon in himself. So let's see. Last year, the Ravens went 12-5. They're plus 157 in scoring.
It's pretty good.
So scored 518 points last year. That looks like third. So
Okay. Wow.
gave up a lot of points though too. So their defense was kind of sus. I know their secondary is pretty questionable, but I don't even know what our passing game is going to look like this year. So I would think we're going to lose this one. What do you think?
Um, I do think we're gonna lose this one. I think we're gonna lose it 29-15, 16. I don't think we're gonna do very well against the Ravens. I don't know why, but this is like playoff mode football. Let me scratch that. Let me go 29-26. I think we're gonna lose, but I think it's gonna be respectable. I think it's gonna be close.
I was going to say something similar. Yeah, I think let's say 30-24.
Yeah.
We lose that one.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then
Week 18, yeah.
I think we're resting our starters at this point. So. And so because of that, I'm going to say that we're going to go ahead and win.
The
Vikings are going to be at the bottom of the NFC North, and we'll get to that in our NFC North preview spectacular.
Wow.
To be announced.
Yes.
But I think the Vikings are going to be sad this year. All these experts got them ranked ahead of us. Like Sam Darnold did nothing last year or something. Like you can literally insert any quarterback. This dude not only has never played one snap in a real game, he's coming off an injury. Who knows?
Yeah. A horrible injury. This was a career-ending injury not that long ago.
Right. But they're just all in on this guy. I guess that preseason game he played was really impressive. So
he was throwing darts out there. Hopefully that's enough to lead them to a 13-3 record like Sam Darnold just did.
Wasn't even a prolific passer in college. So I really don't understand what they were doing.
They're all in on him.
So
what do you think?
Is there any team that I think we beat them easily with our backups. I think it's Malik Willis getting his contract time. I'm going to say 34-14 Packers.
Okay. I think we win this one. I think that we flip it. I think they beat us in Lambeau. I think we beat them in Minnesota. I think that we're going to beat
That's
them.
happened an awful lot in recent years. That's exactly how it goes. So
yeah, it's usually like a flip-flop type
of
ordeal. I got us going in there scoring 31 points, holding them to about 10. I think we're going to beat the dog shit out of them.
Yeah, stupid. All right. Is there a team this year that you're glad that we're not playing?
Maybe the Bills or like the
Yeah.
I would say Dolphins, but we've actually been kind of handling the Dolphins as of late.
Yeah, we slapped them last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the Bills, I guess. What about you?
I'm going to go with the Rams because I think the Rams are going to have a pretty big come up this year. They just re-signed Stafford to a restructured deal so they can take care of their other players. I think letting Cooper Kupp go was a smart move. They obviously replaced him with Devontae Adams. So that offense is looking scary as hell. They've got a great offensive line. They've got playmakers all over the place. They've got an experienced quarterback. I think they would beat us this year. I think they're going to be top 3 seed in the NFC this year.
Okay. honestly, that's a pretty good prediction. That's a pretty bold prediction. We got to pin that on the prediction board.
Yeah.
Because Stafford and Devontae, that should be just a match made in heaven right there. I mean, with him being such a route technician, and Stafford, he can kind of fixate on a receiver there, and I think Puka Nacua is going to take another step forward. I love Puka Nacua. That's my dog.
Scary good. He's scary good.
He's so good at contested catches, and he's also a route technician in and of itself. He's always wide open. And so how do you guard both of those guys? And then, Higbee's a pretty good tight end too up the middle. So, Kyren Williams.
Yeah.
That offense is going to be scary good. Scary good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hint at the QB there, man. Maybe think about him for fantasy. You could get him in round 5, round 6, round 7. Focus on other positions. You know what I mean?
He's not a very flashy quarterback, but he definitely will get you points
Numbers,
every
man.
week.
Yeah. Dak Prescott might be up there this year too, but that's for the fantasy show.
Yeah.
We're not talking fantasy today.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Closing thoughts. What do you think about the schedule?
It's tough. Analytics said we had the something hardest schedule. It was one of the toughest in the entire league, and it shows. But I think that it's going to get us ready for the playoffs. I think that,
Battle tested.
Iron sharpens iron, or whatever they say. And
right.
I think
That's
that
right.
it's going to make us ready for those tough games, in January and February. Hopefully we can go home and win the big one. What about you? What do you think?
I think that we have 2 stretches this year where we play 2 games in 5 days. I think we have a week 5 bye, and I think we're going to be put to the test all year long. So if Jordan Love is really the guy, which I believe he is, this is his year to show it. I'm not talking about anything else, drops, whatever. I need him upright, healthy, throwing the ball accurately. No more of these throwing it deep into double coverage interceptions. Can't have that. No more falling down in the end zone, throwing a pick 6. He's got to get that shit out of his system and just take less risks, I think. I know he likes the big play, but he needs to learn how to check it down a little bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe take off with the ball a little bit more. But if we have a 12-win season this year in this schedule, I think we'd be Super Bowl favorites. So,
yeah.
And it's a shame that we got the early bye, but it is what it is. I mean, Eagles had the week 5 bye last year. They won the Super Bowl. So, no excuses.
Yeah.
You're either going to do it or you're not.
Absolutely.
So, all right, man. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice little test run.
Yeah, talking Packers.
You're right. After a little while, I wasn't nervous anymore. It wasn't a big deal anymore.
Yeah.
This first couple of minutes,
Yeah, just talking football. Just talking Packers. We've done it a million times.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good season, honestly. It's going to be a good season.
I hope so. I know I'm confident sounding, but this has the potential to be a really tough season, too, if things don't go right. Like if we lost Jacobs or something, or I don't know. There's a few really important players that we just can't live without. So,
yeah.
Got to stay healthy.
Absolutely.
I think around week 11 or so, week 10, 11, we might get Christian Watson back. He's ahead of his schedule on his rehab. That's going to play a part. I don't know what we have in Marshawn Lloyd yet. Luke Musgrave missed most of last year, so with him coming back, I don't know. I mean, we could be super dynamic on offense. Savion Williams can do everything. Jaden can do everything. We got a speedster finally. Although, you talked about Marvin Harrison earlier, and a lot of people were saying he's great. He's great coming out of college, right?
Yeah.
But you saw the numbers that he put up last year. I think he had like 7 touchdowns and around 900 yards, which is kind of like phenomenal for a rookie. And if that's the numbers he puts up, I got to think Matthew Golden puts up just slightly less numbers than that. Because receivers don't really usually go crazy as rookies. Like Puka Nacua is a huge exception. But most of the time, it takes them a year or two to really get together. You remember Devontae? He was. I think we both called for him to be traded at one point because he was just dropping everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty
But
sure.
then he figured it out. Jordy, same deal. I mean, this shit takes time. So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited. I wish it wasn't so far away.
Yeah.
4 months.
Oh my God.
So,
yeah, I wish it was sooner. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a great season.
hell yeah.